Hello and welcome back to episode, wow, I just read this, 6 of our Rune Factory 4 special playthrough. So in the last previous episodes, we finished the water ruins and we met Dillis. So now we're just waiting for the prompt to complete the first arc dungeon. So let's just go, we'll proceed as normally. So we've got some turnips to harvest. We're still working with our first farming tools. We haven't been able to upgrade our foraging enough for it. I'm not sure if we got a forge yet. I think we did. I don't think we have a crafting table yet to make armor and stuff. This one doesn't really hold your hand as much as Rune Factory 3 does. But, you know, we're gonna get there eventually. So let's get these. And then we're working around the field, so we're gonna plant new turnips on this side. And that's just because in 4, your soil quality will deteriorate the more that you use it. So you gotta kind of use like rotational farming. I'm sure that has a better name than what I just called it, but it is what it is. So let's water these to prepare for a new crop of turnips. And then we're gonna head into the throne room, say hello to our girl Venti, and make our way to Eliza. So we've got raised friendship levels to 1 or higher, harvest 3 flowers, harvest a potato, and that's kind of what we're working with right now. So we want to get those done. And I think that I was working towards it in this one. So we've got toy herbs, pink cat, and moondrop. That's going to give us the 3 flowers, and we've got potatoes over here. To raise everybody's friendship, it counts for everybody who's currently in your village. And everybody's at 1, besides Bear and Raven, but they don't really count because they're villagers. So we're going to go finish up that one. You can talk to them or give them their favorite presents. It's your choice how to do it. You can check your current friendship level from the camp menu. The camp menu can be opened by pressing the plus button or tapping the backpack icon on the right of the screen. We can't tap. Obviously could. I can't right now because the switch is in the dock. But if you're hand holding it, do whatever you want. This is just a tutorial on how to check friendship levels. And then, wow, you're becoming good friends with everyone. Great job. I'll give you a new request next time. Give this greeting spell. I don't use that, so I'm not really sure, you know, if it's really helpful, but we're gonna get an airship license. You have a request from Arthur. Do you know about the airship license? If you have a license, you can use the airship anchor next to town. With it, you can fly to dungeons far from town, so if you travel a lot, it might just be useful. Therefore, I'd like you to order and acquire an airship license. Good luck. Did you get all that? When you're done, come talk to me. So we go to the dragon symbol, licenses, and... Interesting. Did we already get the airship license? Looks like you got the airship license. Well done. The more you explore, the more places you can fly to with the airship. Congratulations on getting your airship license. Not only will it make it easy for you to travel, but you'll also have to be able to exchange rune medals at my place. You're collecting rune medals just by living your everyday life, so when you saved up enough, bring them to me. Well done. Let's work on a new request next time. So, in the 3DS version, you used to earn rune medals by that walking feature on the 3DS. I believe if you walked a certain amount of feet each day with the DS on you, you would acquire coins, and then they would transfer to Rune Factory as rune medals. Not sure how it works with this one, but that's a feature. So let's try and talk to some people in town. Alright, so when people start talking about a ghost, we're going to head over here to the west, the housing district. There's a little figure running around. Let me get my guide back to where we're supposed to be. So once we've seen the ghost there, we're gonna go to the east side of town. That was scary. And now we're gonna go to the north airship way. So we're gonna head to the town entrance now. And talk to Pico. Are you her? Yes. Is she the ghost people are talking about? I finally found you. Now let's go help Dolly. Help? And who's Dolly? Huh? You haven't heard from Ben? But it's you who saved the other two, right? Ven's Ven. I've waited for this moment forever. Haven't you found a way to restore the runes in this land? If so, then we have to go save Dolly too. I didn't want to make Milady's request all for naught, you see. And I didn't want to let down Ven either, so I tried my best to be patient, but that'll be all over today. Milady will be there soon. Help us on the way. I'm not quite sure where this is going. Do you know where a place called Obsidian Mansion is located? I do. Good. Then I'm going to head to Obsidian Mansion now. Wait. Was there a bridge in the southwest? That's part of the dialogue if you don't know where it is. So we're gonna head to Blossoms and gather our 7 turnip seeds to replant. Head home. Do some quick planting. And then we're gonna make our way to the Obsidian Mansion. I think we're still working on our claymore. Is that correct? Longsword 5. Yep. So I am gonna gather items here. We are now on the 3rd in-game dungeon, so what I'm going to do with our days is Sundays we're gonna dedicate to farming. So that's gonna be farming all our fields because you need a steady stream of rock and wood, material, stone, and wood to do anything. So we're gonna make sure that we're constantly gathering that. And then at this point in the game, Wednesdays, we're going to do the old dungeons. So kind of similar to what I was doing with Rune Factory 3, if you were keeping up with that series. I've been waiting for you. Mr. Volcanon, what are you doing here? What a silly question. Whenever you're confronted with a great difficulty or an insurmountable obstacle, I will always come to your aid, no matter where you may be. Okay. Therefore, please step this way and observe. Observe what, you ask? Why, this lovely specimen. What? Sorry to have kept you waiting. I've built a bridge for you so you may cross unimpeded. What are you? I am but a simple butler, no more, no less. Well, my work here's done, so now it's time for me to go. Thank you very much, Mr. Volcanon. Take care. Alright, so we're going to walk around this area a little bit once we unlock the Obsidian Mansion. Wow, this guy's really strong. I might switch us to the steel sword for a little bit. We're definitely gonna have to work on some crafting to level up our attack and get new weapons. What took you so long? Is this Dolly person here? Yes, that's right. It has a certain ambiance. Come on, we're going in. Dolly, we'll be there soon. And we're not going in just yet. Much to Pico's chagrin. So let's explore a bit. Try to fill up that corner map. Oh, I forgot one. You come down here, it gets really dark. I believe that's for a character event later on. We're gonna head north here. And then on this screen is a bunch of wood and a tree seed that we're gonna end up selling the first time we get. Trees are a little hard to grow in this game because they're rough on the soil, as they'd be in real life. So let's collect our wood, and then we're gonna continue on filling this map. I don't know if we'll start the Obsidian Mansion in this episode, but we're gonna try our best. There's a lot to fill out here. Wow, that was a lot of yellow down. We'll head to the left first. If I remember correctly, I think there's a treasure chest you can get over here. We're definitely not ready for this dungeon yet. I might be misinformed or misremembering, you should say. Definitely don't fight those monsters. Okay, so we just don't fight them. That's the Arc 3 dungeon. However, we will be going there pretty soon. Not to actually do the dungeon, but for plot purposes. I'm gonna turn the volume down on my end a little bit. Because it's very loud. This game gets very loud. Alright, and then this is just... I think this is another character event area. Just 2 stones hanging out. I'm trying to level up because if these ducks are really hard for me to fight right now, the monsters in Obsidian are going to be a little tough. So of course you want to get that exploring in. Alright, let's head to the right now. This first screen where the first duck was. You can check what this building is. Morning! I'm a monster expert. I can suss out how strong your friend monsters are. Please let me evaluate them. We don't have any friend monsters right now. Well, I think we do. We've got a chicken, right, that I forgot to see this morning. That I'm gonna have to see when we get home. Lots of flowers over here. Head to the left and you see this area is blocked off, so we won't be able to explore this area. However, if you come down here, you've got this cool little lily pad area with some chests. Let's open that one before we hit it. So we've got a vest, which is better than our shirt. Alright, let's open this other chest, and then we won't go into the mansion today. We'll save that for tomorrow in game. We're gonna head home. Let's put our stuff away. So we've got iron and bronze, feathers, fur, yellow down, and that's it for our storage bin. Let's look at our fridge. So we've got some turnips. We're gonna keep a stack of those. We're gonna keep the apples. We're gonna keep green grass, weeds, these we can actually eat, which is good for us. And then I think I have to sell this apple seed for shipping. Let's go check on our chicken. We're gonna plop this right in the fridge. Oh, we have an invisible stone. I'm just gonna sell it. I think you only use invisible stones for like 1 or 2 weapons. Okay, let's put the other grass in the fodder bin. The fertilizer bin, not the fodder bin. I think we need to acquire a few more wood and stone before we can get a crafting table. Let's talk to Porcelain to get some bread though. So we can make 3. Let's do weapon bread. We'll do 2 of those, and then we'll do a medicine bread. It's all we've got is the cooking table right now. So we'll like alt. So we learned Friendly Rod, Zwyander, Steel Sword Plus, and a Round Off. Make sure you talk to everybody so that you can raise your friendship every day. We're also going to start giving gifts to people soon. We'll start after we're finished with Obsidian Mansion. So let's check. Let's make top off our potions first. So we need 2 of those. And then we can make nothing. We can make mixed herbs and sweet powder and sell those for our shipping bin. And now let's check what weapons we can make. So I think we can make a Steel Sword Plus. And we should also make a Steel Sword regular so that we can ship it. Now let's see. We can make a Zweihander, which is a little bit better than the claymore that we're currently using. We'll make... Oh, we can't make any more of those. So let's see if we can make any rods, because I think we learned a few of those as well. So we've got a rod, a basket, an amethyst rod, and a friendly rod, which is really hard to make. For some reason, the heart crystals are really hard to find in this one. So let's just sell what we've made so far. And we're gonna cook some dishes for us to take in the dungeon tomorrow. So we're gonna go to our regular table here and we're gonna make some pickled turnip. We're gonna start with 3 so we can ship 1 since we already have food in our pocket. So we're gonna ship a pickled turnip and then call it a night. Actually, let me save first. As usual, we're gonna start with our farm maintenance, so let's go talk to our chicken. Now we've got fodder here, so we're gonna put that in our fodder bin. And we've got 6, we need 1 today. So we can start getting more chickens to fill up that room. This is our farm maintenance day, so we're not going to do Obsidian Mansion. I'll only show you a holiday once, and then I won't bore you with it in any other episode. Kind of to give you a gist of what you should do to maintain your farm and also gather rocks and stuff. So I'm tilling more potatoes here because potatoes is spring crop. English is really hard sometimes, but let's grab these potatoes. And then I'm gonna check that request. I don't know if it was ship a potato or harvest one. But regardless, either way, we're gonna put one of these stacks of potatoes in there. We'll do 2, because I only need 1 for the fridge. And head to Eliza. So, harvest a potato. Hey, what's up? I'd like for you to harvest some potatoes this time. You gotta know how to harvest at least one veggie, right? So for now, you should try growing potatoes. Seems reasonable, right? Good luck. You managed to harvest potatoes. Looks like you'll get to buy more seeds at the general store now. You've completed this request. Let's start a new one next time. We've got a cooking table, so I'm going to do this one. Here's a request from Margaret. Hi, how are you? Today I'd like to get you to get a cooking table, which is a must-have for preparing food. I think Porco will prepare everything you'll need to cook, including the cooking table. You should talk to him while he's working at the restaurant. So that's her request. When you're done, come speak to me once more. Excellent work. This time I'll give you some recipe bread as a reward. You can learn new cooking recipes by eating it. The more recipes you have under your belt, the easier it'll be to cook. Porco will sell you recipe bread, so just swing by a restaurant whenever you want more. Bye for now. And that was Margaret signing off. You did a good job. Let's try a new request next time. So we're gonna eat this recipe bread for shrimp sashimi and char sashimi. Let's see what else you can do. Try cooking. You've got a request from Clorica this time. I heard you got a cooking table. That means your next step is learning how to cook. You can cook using tools like, well, like that cooking table. Cooking is much easier with a recipe, so I recommend buying some recipe breads at Porco's. Good luck cooking! Did you get that? When you're done cooking, come talk to me. So you've managed to cook something then. Good work! Let's try a new request next time. So we've got some flowers, and then that's the last request we can do today. So just talking to people. I'm gonna put the stuff that we gathered in the fridge. So potato, rice flour, egg. Oops. And now we're gonna head to Blossoms and see if either her or Doug are downstairs yet. Looks like Blossom's about to come down. So let's get 7 potato seeds so that we can replant those, and then you'll notice that we've got radishes now. So we're going to, it's not a spring crop, but we want to harvest some for requests later on. So I'm gonna get 5 of them so that we can sell the 1 seed. I think I'm also gonna do spinach because I don't think that was there before. So let's go plant these. This spot obviously reserved for our potatoes. And then the rest we're gonna park over here. Alright, let's sell those off now. And now we're gonna finish doing this field. Okay, so next, this is how you use the airship. So you just pick where you want to go. You'll see you'll have summer field here. That's the first field that we unlocked. Eventually, we'll have a total of 4 fields that are not like connected to our farm. So the holidays, we're gonna go through them as well. So let's start with our summer field. Fast traveling is super simple. Definitely good to utilize, especially later in the game when there's so many places unlocked. So let's get crops first, and then we're going to do the single rocks. I'm going to do the minerals before I do the material stone because we just need it more. And our goal today is going to be to get enough resources to make a crafting table. Alright, and that's it for our farm maintenance. Obviously, it's going to get a little bit longer as we unlock more fields. So let's put in, we got to ship the black grass, the green grass. We'll put in 4 weeds. And then go to our storage trunk. Put away that and that. And then everything else is fair game. So an easy way to do this is to check the last item that you're about to pull out from your L pocket just by sorting your pockets. It makes it really simple to just drop stuff in. We're gonna do grasses next, all except the black grass. Perfect. Now let's go see if we can buy that crafting table. You get that from Bedeau. And thankfully, we're able to make it. So he gave you basic recipes to start off. We're gonna pick this up and put it in our room. It's gonna be really hard to find a place for it because our room is so small right now. But I like to put it right in front of the medicine table. Of course, you can put it by your forge if you want. I just feel like it fits better over here, even though you can totally see that I'm struggling right now. There you go. So you can grab from their respective sides. Let's see if we can eat any of the bread in here. I think it's just farming bread, actually. And we can. So we got a sturdy hoe that we can make an iron sickle, chopping axe, and we will make those, or attempt to, after I go visit Porkleen and see if we can get any more bread. Alright, he can make 4 bread today, so we're going to grab a cooking bread. We're going to grab a weapon bread, accessory, and farming. So we got trout sashimi, pike sashimi, bronze bracelet, work gloves, aqua sword, and if I could grab this bread amber, and an iron hammer, tin water pot. So let's work on those, upgrading our tools. So when you do the crafting table, since you have Venti's Charm at the moment, it's the best thing that you can have for a really long time. So I don't really worry about the accessory section, except if you're having elemental difficulties or if you just want to craft stuff. But we won't get a better item that we can make for a while. Venti's Charm gives us 8 magic defense, and you'll see that as we level up, it'll level up with us as well. So anyways, let's make some tools. So these are level 15, which is why they're blurred out. We technically could make them, but it's going to require all of our RP. So what we're going to do instead is try and craft some other weapons and stuff. So we're going to do like the highest one that we can make, which is going to be very hard to find, I feel like. Let's do the amethyst rod. We'll make a couple of these. As much amethyst as we have. That's going to get our foraging up to 8. So still probably can't make those tools, but at least we're somewhere. Now let's work into crafting. So we can make a shirt, which we've already sold before. You can make a small shield, a headband, leather boots, and let's check these accessories. So a charm. Again, try not to use your your precious items if you can help it. In this case, ambrosia thorns are the only string that we have, so we're going to use it. And that's going to take my health out. Alright, so that's about all we can do this day in game. I'm gonna have us eat something so that we can bring our eating skill up, because that also helps you out in this game. So, trying to think of what else I can do to fill up some time. Let's see if we can make any of those weapons yet, or tools yet. Alright, so we seem to be at that level where we can, so it's gonna knock me out, so I'm not gonna do it, but in the next episode we'll be able to make some weapons, or better tools. I keep calling them weapons. I don't know why. Anyways, I'm gonna end the episode here so that we don't get a really long episode, since we're gonna start doing Obsidian Mansion in the next one. But thanks so much for hanging out with me. I hope you're enjoying this series so far. If you are, please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!